Hey, Michaela. Kayleen. Christopher Grimm. Dr. Lamal. Mega. How you guys doing? Playing lots of games on a carousel. Mitch.
Hi.
Joanne Wickless. So, I think I got everybody.
So I'm sitting in a comfortable chair with the nice cushion instead of the hard chair. Right? I mean, why not?
Descend.
Oh my God, how bad can it get?
Nick.
Oh my God. That was a close-up, maybe that was gross for most of you, and a couple of you who were dental hygienists and dentists probably could see that I'm already building up tartar, and I just got cleaned about a month and a half ago. Hello, Rick, Sarah here for Cocktail Hour with Rick. Yeah, that's what it's called, and most of the people in here probably know that, but just in case there's a stray person who has never been able to witness what the spectacle of Rick's madness when he's live and live streaming, as I have been doing for now more than 2 years. We're in our third year of the starting during the lockdown cocktail hour, where people really largely were just at home. Now, a good amount of people are still home, but they just have that kind of living situation. Others pop in even while they're working. I know someone who works and then comes and joins us for lunch. So hopefully we'll see Nancy. And I will now put on my glasses so I can respond to comments.
That's right, little squash.
Our email is rick.adr@aol.com. And messages, questions, information to share. We always appreciate seeing our email. Thank you, Valerie Brumbelow, who I have had the pleasure of corresponding with. And we have all the lovely characters. Here's the Alvon Genghis Cotton Candy Blizzard is back. Is that a Dairy Queen dessert? I think that's what it sounds like. There are crows, ducks, and are there any more? Yeah. Ibis. There's one ibis over there still. I think that's an ibis. It's not a pipe, is it?
Yes, Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. So, I'm working on another odd place, another new episode, but we've been at this location. I'm doing Gomper School. This was from June of last year, and I haven't gotten to the point where I'll know whether or not I actually have 2 episodes instead of 1, because I have a lot of material to cover in June. Anybody likes Another Odd Place, the series? Anybody here? And maybe you, I see Bo, but I can pick him up. There's Bo. Bo loves to try to catch the geckos and the other type of lizard here, newts or whatever they are. So he must have seen one somewhere in there. That's the mailbox. And it's all stones and brick, and he's out of the picture. But back in the picture, my lovely wife. And would you show the audience what you're wearing? I mean, oh, you're not wearing Another Odd Place. That's what you were.
You were supposed to bring
I'm sorry. Well,
No,
you.
it was shopping with Rick.
Oh, shopping with Rick. Well, you didn't put it on. You could change.
You didn't remind me.
You could take a break at some point and change and come out. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
People ask about that series, shopping with Rick more than any other. I think even more than another dirty room, to be quite frank.
We're shopping with Rick.
Shopping with Rick
It's
because
82 degrees here.
it's very nice. Been a beautiful day. Not too hot, but definitely warm. And we were down close to the Gulf of Mexico at Madeira Beach. We were actually across the highway, and it goes along the coast of the Gulf of Mexico, north and south around these parts. If you go north, you end up in Clearwater and then Dunedin. If you go south, you end up in St. Petersburg and then a bridge, what's it called? The Skyway Bridge?
I think so. Don Cathcart.
And you can go all the way down to Sarasota and even to Naples, Venice Beach, all the way down to the very corner of the edge of the southwest coast of Florida, and then head east all the way across the state through
SPJ.
the Everglades. I got a chance to do that with Dan and company when we filmed on second season, and we went down all the way to Miami. That was a great time. But the shopping with
Anita.
shoplifting with Rick.
White. Hey, you're laughing. He did shoplift.
I did one time, Don. I took a magnet from the Kmart in
New York.
Manhattan. As I did, it was a multi-story Kmart, and I slipped it out off of the little board with other magnets and just stuck it in my coat pocket, and I forgot about it. It was no big deal to me, but I wanted a memento of New York, and I'm like, heck with Kmart. They got my money over and over and over. However, when we shopped at a Kmart, it was almost as if I made money on the sale, at least in coupons off of other items, you know. But yes, there was a theft of less than even $5. So I'm not really going to sweat and guilt over
If I hear
a
sirens,
magnet.
I'm running.
Little Squash, I did not take that company down. I told remember anybody who's watched all of them, the Kmart that's closest to where we live in Baltimore, near Parkville, Maryland, North Plaza Shopping Center.
And the mall said she nearly shit herself in that Kmart. We were in the tube and I had to run back to the Louvre.
Oh no! And you have to ask for a key to get in a lot of the Kmart bathrooms. They didn't leave them open, so that must have been even more inconvenient.
You should, Josh.
So Jimmy and Rick was the final push for Kmart. You know, I described the problem. The thing that took down Kmart and Sears ultimately was losses with their appliances. They should have decided at some point when they saw they could not compete to just discontinue large appliances at that time. If they'd have stopped selling appliances, Sears and Kmart, after they merged, when they both were down on their luck, and no more maintaining service policies, and they just took a bath on that stuff, and it really killed their business till they could not reform. That's just the way it was. There are a couple, believe it or not, functioning Kmart in Canada. So if you really want to visit Kmart and go to a store that's still alive, not dying, go there. Because when all the Kmarts were dying elsewhere, and Dan and I visited New York, and really we got nothing much out of it for our efforts, but that's the way it goes. But we did get that shopping with Rick in Manhattan, right down on Times Square, and It was unbelievable how well stocked it was, how clean and orderly it was. The fact that it was multi-stories. I know each floor level wasn't the equivalent of maybe one of the standard stores, but when you added them together, it was like 4 levels. So it was a mind-blowing experience for me going to a Kmart and seeing all of that. Just mind-blowing. Had to restart it. My mind got stuck because it was blown back then. Now, as all of you might know, including the ones who aren't chatting, we appreciate everybody behaving like adults, respectful of one another. Remember, if someone doesn't want to hear or read something and they made it known and you keep repeating it, you might be timed out. Don't take it personally, you just haven't matured enough.
Hey, Sean,
Some people are
806.
less
Are you
mature
new?
than others, not naming any names.
I have a question for you.
Yes, you do.
Yes. When you and Dan went to Lincoln Park, is it really that scary? I can't believe Dan went out there at 2 a.m. and looked around.
Leakin,
Call it
Leakin.
all you want, I'm still going to mispronounce it.
Doesn't matter. Was it spelled that way? I just want to make sure, because there are people out who have misspelled the name, and it's not that big of a deal. But if you want to look it up and research it, it's Leakin.
She spelled it correctly.
Okay, very good.
Kayleen.
Kayleen, very good. To be frank, yes, it's always scary, day or night, to be there, because
Detonation Master.
here's the reason why it's scary there. There's almost no time when you will not hear gunfire. I'm telling you, day or night,
Hey, Reed.
certainly it's worse in the evening, and it's worse in the warmer months than in the colder months. When it's really, really cold in Baltimore, things get really quiet. Alessandro Braga, hello.
That's funny.
What is
John.
the place that you like the most? I think that's what you... In terms of places to visit or places to live,
Good luck with that.
I don't know,
SBJ.
but I've been to Alaska. Tremendous, lovely countryside, up north, forests, mostly evergreens. It's so beautiful. And we saw grizzly bear. We went to Denali National Park and took a bus tour, and we got out at different locations. I have a lot of footage that I have never put out from Alaska. I don't think I'd have to do very much but put it together and share chapters of it. Could probably put that under an ASMR series.
Roast Adonis will miss Friday's show because they're leaving for Scotland Friday morning.
Oh, that's great. How
Sounds
long?
like a good trip.
How long will you be in Scotland? That's tremendous. You have a great time, and remember, it's cold over there right now. Very cold. It's almost never warm in Scotland.
Well, Sean, I don't think you've ever been in a live chat, so that makes you a newbie.
Sean A806, been a viewer of our videos. Thank you very much for doing that. And that makes you what we call a newbie affectionately. And that qualifies you, if you'd like, to a free gift. So I think Darlene might have posted already. And that's the email address that I said before. But if you will send your name, address, and your mailing coordinates, we'll send you a gift.
Thanks for putting that out in the mall.
every one of the gifts always include, whether you buy them or you're getting a free gift, one of my beautiful business cards and signed affectionately in the back. I hope you will treasure them if you ever are lucky enough to get a prize or if you purchase from us one of our smaller items.
Oh, they're getting go.
Are they doing it?
No, she's running from him.
I'd love to see them like doing it right here. I had a couple of birds doing it here in the yard.
That was two bluebirds.
Two blue jays, I think, right here, literally on the grass.
They were noisy.
And that was like it. They squawked and danced around, and as far as the act, they both flew to the same location. The male got on top of the female, and then they flew away. Like, it was hardly enough time. It must be like docking one of the capsules to the International Space Station. But they, to make it dock properly, you might come in a little at an angle or something like that. And I don't know if anybody's understanding that how important orientation is in successfully docking.
I don't think they need that.
I'm only talking about the birds mating and tried to use that as a way of bringing across the understanding of the message. Did everybody understand? I'm like teach right now. Unfortunately, Will Kropinski's probably not in the audience, but he was my only student. I was teach, and he was in the tub with me, and in the heart-shaped jacuzzi tub that I cleaned before. Actually, he sanitized it with bleach, and I of course cleaned and drained. Do you remember that episode from season 1?
And that's when I had to take over swim trunks.
Dan decides to tell us
you guys get in there with nothing
we're going to go in this tub, and he's going to make us either just go in underwear or go in naked. And it would have been okay to go in just in underwear, but then you'd have to use their towel to dry. So, their towel, of course, really thin, gross. So I called Darlene. Luckily, the location was just 10 minutes from the house, and she drove over with a pair of bathing trunks for Will and myself, and towels for us both, which made Will and I much happier. And then we got ridiculous in the tub, and I followed the direction of Dan in terms of the dialogue. Basically, he spoon-fed me the dialogue.
Yeah, that was it. Towson East was the name.
Yeah, Towson East.
I think it's still there.
It was called the Valentine's Day episode at the time. So, love was in the air, bukkake and blood and sweat and hair. It was the Roma over there. It smelled like sex with humans bear. It was.
That's terrible.
It is. Too much. Rub-a-dub-dub. Rick is in the tub. I got resin along the top of the rim. It's not from licking ass. It's actually residue from the pipe used to smoke the medicinal marijuana. It causes resin to form all the way to here. I get it here from here. So there you go. I just want to let you all know it wasn't like somebody's shit that I had kissed the ass of.
Dan and Will had different ideas of what should be happening. In a nutshell.
I wish that it would have worked its way out, to some more pleasant conclusion, maybe continuation with everything. Uh, it was a very emotional time. No, I want to say a little bit because there's a lot of people who still like Will, and they still have like a thing that they wished he would come back. And I just want to make sure you understand in terms of Will and myself and doing the episodes together, it was good. We had good interaction, I think. We got better as time went on. No different than with Brennan. When we first came together, we were not really sure of one another. We had to become comfortable. And that really took probably the two different shoots for the season, where we would do at least 3 episodes at a time at a location. And the next location, it might be a couple months away where we go. So, what would you like to talk about? I put up in my description, I'd like to talk about my new releases video-wise. And what do you think? Or do you want to talk a little more about Will? I see that's still in the... yeah, they're both great.
Hey, Tracy.
In fact, I am lucky to be working with young people like this and getting to put together the content that we were able to put together. Who knew how it would be accepted so well by such a large audience all around the world? Oh, okay, Jimmy. Well, that's true, if you wish. I mean, I just like to be inclusive instead of the opposite. And I always will be. And I've been trying for some time to get Will to
hit that like button, guys.
open a channel and say hi. I really have. It's in his hands. He's seen what I tried. But if any of you send messages or can post comments on his Facebook posts, I'll give you permission to speak on my behalf, to just say that I still have a hand extended and I would like to resume a friendship if he could.
Would you?
And that goes for Danny too.
A drink or a cocktail?
I think I would like a drink.
What would you like?
Just bourbon, like you did the other day.
Okay. I'll also do a shirt change.
Okay, great.
Okay?
Yep, we'll talk about that again.
I'm going to listen to you when I'm in there.
All right, so you stay what's going on. All right.
I know if I have to shoot you when I come.
So we have 75 people,
Yeah,
and we need some likes here, folks. Please, the likes. Now, I say it, I don't need everybody to go out of the room at one time and come back in. But if you would just do it within the next hour, that would be great. And then we'll have all of your potential likes saved. Because you can only click like one time. You're welcome, Kimbra. So a bog vape. I don't know how that would work, but I guess that it just would have an external chamber that you would then inhale air through. Who is this? Tracy Bainter, thank you very much for the tip. Most warmly accepted and appreciated, and help us to grow. Like coming up, you'll see an episode, hopefully, about the devil tree. The total expenses to go over and shoot that, including the sadness that I did not shoot where I was supposed to go have a chance to see lights in the sky, possible unidentified aerial phenomena. But that whole trip to try to pull together 2 episodes, that was $500. $500, I'm not kidding you. So I do spend money doing this. So any donation, small or larger, is greatly appreciated. I did not disappear. Am I gone? No! I don't know what happened. I touched comment. Stop touching, it's too late. I'm not zoomed in. All right, well, I'm going to restart. I'm sorry about that. So everybody, please come back in just a minute. I'm going to put up a new stream. There is no zoom in or zoom out, folks. It's dead. So I can't zoom out. This is what it is. So, sorry, just a moment, and part 2 will resume.